Shalom. This is Sincere Milk, Lion's Den. My name is HOROWITZ. I camp out with the Lion's Den of Jacksonville, Joshua. I'd like to say a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the apostles, and to the women and children first. Ka, Harayam, La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Ha, Rodash, Kodash, Mark, all praise to Yahweh, in the name of Yahawashi, in spirit, in holy, and in truth. Double honors to the elders of GMS, honor to my elder, Awam, salutations to the apostles who are in the four corners of the earth, and to the women and children, Shalom. Okay, well, tonight's lesson, it's going to be about what contaminates a life. Okay, we sometimes forget that there's a lot of brothers and sisters, so-called niggers, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds, Jakes, that say that anybody can do what we are doing. And no, it's not anyone that can do that, number one. And number two, even if you are an Israelite, okay, if you're not core, if you're not touched, by the Holy Spirit, if you're not attractive to truth, right, and if you don't fear, okay, what's right and what's good, then you can be an Israelite all you want. You can call his name all you want, okay, and still, that's not going to really help. All right, you're not going to gain the understanding that you need through the elders to begin with, because you got to humble yourself through the elders as well. I still see a lot of YouTube, because I scroll through the YouTubes. I see nurses and new nurses making YouTubes how wonderful it is to be a nurse. Well, I beg a difference. Okay, it's the worst thing to be a nurse, for you to be a nurse. Okay, matter of fact, the worst thing is to be working in a hospital, okay, or even going to a school to learn to be a nurse or a doctor or a physical therapist, okay, because that's the field I was in for many years. So I can talk because I went and worked in the medical field for many years, okay, and I work among Jewish on top of that. Okay, so I seen a lot of things that these nurses who are coming out on YouTube don't talk about. They only talk about what they call is the good side, right? That they have to be constantly learning a lot of things. Yes, to keep you busy, occupied, and entertained, okay? But the bottom line is that the medical field, okay, the industry, the science, the philosophy, the belief system, it's a wicked system. Okay, now you might come out and say, because I have heard it before, I've been around the block many times, okay, well, we need them for emergency situations. No, we don't, because right now you are seeing the emergency situations that they are calling emergency. Okay, we have these problems because of them. Okay, when I say from viruses, from cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, arthritis, heart disease, strokes. Okay, matter of fact, for you intellect nurses, okay, the youngest person in the world with a stroke is an 8-year-old child, and they live to the age of 15. Do you know why? Let me help you with that. Because at that age, they already started taking legal drugs, pharmaceutical strong drugs. That's what kills them. That's what destroys them, and that's what's murdering a lot of our children, okay, boys and girls. So when I see 18-year-olds saying they want to be nurses, which I meet them, by the way, I let them know, you should look into Dr. LEONARD HOROWITZ book, Emerging Virus, and read A Private Investigator. You should get the book, no matter what the cost is, okay? You should save your money, buy it, and read it, okay? As a matter of fact, you should do, what they call that in the medical field, an essay on the topic on what he has found, okay? document proof, and the corruption of the medical field. Okay, which, by the way, you start realizing that a lot of doctors that are coming out talking and speaking out the truth, right? They're getting killed, right? You don't hear too much about that, right? It's been happening since I was in the medical field. It's not new. Okay, this is the way the Edomites do their business, do their bid. When they see that the truth is getting too big, they start saying, well, we got to stop this. How are we going to do that? It's too many people now, you know? So now, of course, they got to say that these viruses are killing people, you know? So if it's nature doing it, it shouldn't be no big problem. They should have been getting involved if nature's taking over, because Edomites have contaminated the earth. And the earth is sick and tired, okay? And if the earth is taking them out, and they say, no, we got to point it in that direction over there so they don't look over here, everyone, you don't have to be a doctor, you don't have to be a nurse. You should start making it your business. It's learning everything you can about viruses. It's not complicated. You don't have to have a degree. You don't have to have their permission. Remember, they are living and standing on stolen land. They are criminals. They committed treason. Okay? They have been running since the day of, what's his name? Cain, right? Who killed his brother, remember that? Well, that's their descendants. They've been running all hiding. There's no more where they can hide no more. Now they're going to get ready and fight. Okay? And they know they're going to lose. But they have to try to do the best they can to see if they can stop the chosen, Slakia. The chosen elect, 144,000. They're not going to be able. Okay? But hey, they're going to give it all they got, right? So, I want to go to Mark 7, verse 1 and 2. Okay? It goes like this. 1 and 2. Did I get that right? Yep, that's what I got here. All right. Then the Pharisees and some of the scribes came together to him, having come from Jerusalem. 2. Now, when they saw some of his disciples eat bread with defiled, that is, with unwashed hands, they found fault. Okay? It's like right now, if you don't wear the mask, right? If you don't control your farts, if you don't stand 3 feet, right? I mean, can you imagine two couples that are married and he tells his wife, honey, we have to do this 3 feet. You figure that one out. And we have to wear a mask, okay? All right, so anyway, moving on to Matthew 15:20. Okay? Yeah, they're going to get aggressive. They have to. They have no choice. 15. Here we go. 15:20 says this, and I believe it's in red. Yep, red letters. That means it's Yahweh Shai speaking, okay? Verse 20. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands does not defile a man. Right? So, not wearing a mask, it doesn't defile you. Okay? That's their tradition that they want to enforce, their belief system. Okay? Which they're not supposed to do to begin with. Right? But they've been doing it for many years, through schools, through churches, through movies, right? Through songs. They've been doing it for years. They just want to not get aggressive because clock is ticking and things are moving faster. We're moving to, again, Mark 7, verse 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we go back to Mark and we go to 3. For the Pharisees, okay? And who are the Pharisees today? Well, we got them in 501c3 incorporated churches, right? You have them also in the medical field, right? And you go, well, you go like this, wait a minute. Yeah, in the medical field, you have a lot of ministers that work there. I tell you, I used to work in the medical field, okay? I know the bullshit they talk, all right? So here it goes now. For the Pharisees and all the Jews, Slakia, do not eat unless they wash their hands in a specific way, holding the traditions of the elders. Okay? But who elders? The elders of Yahweh? You know? Or the elders of this world? You know that. Of this world. Okay? Number 4. When they come from the marketplace, they do not eat unless they wash, and there are many other things which they have received and hold, like the washing of cups, pitchers, copper vessels, and couches. Okay? I mean, I'm sure they have maids that do that constantly, you know, washing all the furniture after you finish sitting down, right? Before I got into physical therapy, I used to work in the environmental department. So I had to take classes, and I was trained in the hospital the chemicals you got to use. So here's a good one for you. That want to be nurses, right? And those who want to be doctors. The chemicals that I was using in the hospital was the ones that was causing the problems to the guests that were coming. You know, when you touch the elevator, the button, you get the chemical in your hand, right? You touch your face, right? The chemicals I spray on the furniture to clean, chemicals I use in the bathroom. You have no idea what a super box virus contain working in the medical field. Now you are the first ones front line that they're going to inject, okay, to turn satanic, crazy on those patients. And you love, because you're going after what? The title, right? Prestige, and the money, right? Soon to be a cashless society, right? You want to go for that mark. What they call it, the mark of the beast, right? You don't care. All right. Moving along to Matthew 15:2. Matthew 15:2. Yep. Why do your disciples transgress the traditions? Remember saying traditions, not the law of Yahweh. Let's not get confused, right? The traditions of the elders, for they do not wash their hands when they eat bread. Okay, he's asking a question right to a Yahweh Shai. Why, you're not telling them, hey, you got to follow these people's tradition, And you're going to find out why. Just like right now, you're following, when you're going to the medical school, psychiatry, psychology, physical therapy, sex therapy, you name it. You're going by their tradition, their belief system, their witchcraft. Okay? It's always involved with terminology words, right? Mind control is word control. Okay? Words that they make up. Then, of course, strong pharmaceutical drugs. You see it every day now on the radio, coming out more and more with the side effects of drugs. And now they want to say they got the best solution. They got the best remedy for all the problems. Take a shot. Take that mark of the beast. You'll be doing good, right? Yeah. Okay. Moving to what I said. Matthew 15, verse 2. Okay, I already read that. Yeah, and now we're moving to Mark 7:20. Mark 7:20. Give me a minute. Here we go. Verse 20. So, okay. And he said, this is in red letters again, Yahweh Shai. What comes out of a man that defiles a man? 21. For from within, out of the heart of men process evil thoughts, adulterers, fornication, murderers. 22. Theft, covetous, wickedness, deceit, lawlessness, and evil eyes, blaspheme, pride, and foolishness. 23. All these things, all these evil things come from within and defiles a man. Okay? So, the reason I can come, I'm using the hospital example is because I worked there for many years. Okay? And everything that they do is wicked. Just because we have Jakes that work there, okay, and they mean well. Hey, I knew one that was a pharmaceutical, right? And the best he can do, because he has to make his money, is tell the rest of the Jakes, hey, don't take those pills, right? And if you take those pills, take some vitamins. That's not helping. That's not solving the problem. Okay? When I asked him, why don't you quit? Guess what he told me? Because this is the only thing I know how to do. Now, was that being sincere? No. No. Again, I'm talking from experience. When I left the field, I had to learn to do other things. Okay? I became a tree surgeon, all right, cutting trees, boat builder, cow rancher. Okay? So when they say this is the only thing, that's them closing their mind, right? Their heart. Say, no. You know how much I'm making, buddy? Man, I'm in the bling bling right now, bro. Soon I'll be in the swing swing. Yeah, you'll be in the swing swing when you get that shot. Okay? All right. So moving on to, what was I? Matthew. Okay, now I'm moving to Mark 7:6-7. Mark 7:6-7. Here we go. He answered and said to them, well, did Isaac prophesy of you, hypocrites, as it is written? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai is controlling everything. That's how come the Edomites sooner or later have to become aggressive. Sooner or later they have to show their real face. They have no choice. It's called checkmate. Okay, that's how come we're doing what we do in the highways and byways and in the homes. You see? They can't handle the truth. Okay? So they're going to have to get aggressive and show who they really are. And if that doesn't wake you up, or if that puts fear on you to do what they say, then you deserve to get the wrath, punishment that Yahweh Bashin Yahushua said they're gonna get. The Edomites, the cup that is full of sins. You're gonna get it too. Okay? 18, 17 years old, I wanna be a doctor, I wanna be a nurse. Right? Okay. Go for it. Keep looking down on your parents who are telling you the truth because they woke up to the truth, they were called to the truth, right? They were there always by your side. Now because you meet other people, okay, Edomites on top of that, okay, they might say, listen, I'll pay for your schooling. Hey, I had the hospital, they wanted me to become I forgot the name of it, but they were going to give me a 6-month crash course that they will pay, okay? So I can have the authority, right, of the hospital and the pharmaceutical, right? I would learn the terminology and how to write prescriptions to the patients. So doctors, I work for a doctor, okay, but I will have a nurse. I'll have a nurse on top of that. I get to pick the nurse I want, okay, and I can switch them, Philippine, Chinese, right? And they're going to pay me top money for that, okay? And guess what I said? At that moment, at that time, when they came to me and said that, I said, let me think about it. Oh, no, not interested. And it was paying good money, okay? All right, moving on. I said Mark 7. Okay, here we go. I already read verse 6. Here we go, verse 7 in red letters. These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts is far from me. and in vain they worship me, teaching as doctrines the commandments of men. Let me tell you, hospitals do that a lot. They practice on pagan holidays, okay? They practice witchcraft, right? They practice lying also to the patients, okay? I one time, after not being in the medical field for so long, I said, let me go and try something out. And I went and said that I had a problem, I don't know what it is, but I need to be checked. And the nurse came just as I thought it and knew they're gonna do. They came with that clipboard, and that clipboard they have a chart, right? And they have a form, and they asked me, "Do you have diabetes? No. How about your family? No. Cancer? No." She went down to like 100, 150, or 200 questions. I said no to all of them. And guess what she said after that? She said, this is the first time I have ever met somebody that doesn't have no problem, but came with a problem, doesn't know what it is. I go, yeah, isn't that strange? She goes, yeah, it is. I tell you what, she said, don't worry. If you don't got any of these diseases, we will give you one. I said, thank you. Got up and I left. Moving on to Isaac 29:13. Yeah, if you don't want to wake up, when your parents are being touched by Yahweh, Shin Yahweh Shai, or you don't want to listen to people that did work in the medical field, okay? And you don't want to get the book of Dr. LEONARD, HOROWITZ. It's an eye-opener. Every nurse that's going to become a nurse, and every intern is going to become a doctor, should have that. It should be a must, okay? But, hey, you're smart. You got everything under control. Yeah. Okay, let me concentrate here. So I get excited and I lose my track of thought here. 29:13. Here we go. Therefore, Yahweh said, inasmuch as these people draw near with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but have removed their hearts far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the commandments of men. Yeah, that's right. I met many nurses, as well as, males and female, but female nurses. Hey, they believe in God. When you ask, hey, you believe in God? I work in a Jewish hospital. There's a lot of Christians, nurses, okay, that believe in God. But now learning the truth, I remember when they used to tell me, you got to come back to that Jesus. Sometimes I feel like going back over there to see who's over there, to talk to them and say, hey, you still believe in God? See what they say. If they say, yeah. I said, well, listen, did you ever check that name or that guy? That guy that you call Jesus? I mean, you got a phone, it's Caesar Borgia, the son of a pope, right? A rapist and a murderer, right? And a homosexual, long hair, blue eyed, high heel guy that you worship so much, not to say any names, but some of you nurses that we got intimate, right? Remember that? And you started quoting that name, Jesus, Jesus. That was a big turnoff. You remember that? Well, you will when when the chosen elects come back. Okay? Moving on to. Let's see where I'm at here. Mark 7 and 8. Mark 7 and 8. Yeah, I can laugh now because it's funny. But it's going to be real ugly. What's going to happen to you? 7, 8. Verse. Okay? Chapter 7, verse 8. For laying aside the commandments of Yahweh, in red letters, by the way, you hold the traditions of men, the washing of pitchers, cups, and many other such things you do. 9. Verse 9, he said to them, all too well you reject the commandments of Yahweh, that you may keep your traditions. Yeah. Oh, you fuss and fight, you know. You'll say, no, 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 you know, I'm not an Israelite. I was never a slave, you know. I'm an American, you know, and I'm proud. Even when your parents take you to back to their country where they come from and you see it, you know, what they went through to come out so you can be, you know, brought into this world, right? All of a sudden, all that you forget. All right, okay. Keep forgetting, all right? Keep going that path. Because when the sky cracks open, when they start demanding that everybody has to take it, right? And all hell breaks loose, because it's going to happen simultaneously, a whole bunch of stuff. It's going to, not only one thing, a whole bunch of stuff. And the sky cracks open, it's too late. It's too late, baby, now. It's too late, you know. Don't get us wrong, we love our children. But when our children give us the finger, that's a no-no, okay? Now, we were doing bad, wicked things, and you give us a finger, hey, we deserve it. But when we're standing bow in the highways and byways, because we want to give our life so we can save our loved ones that are with us, okay? That are living with us. And you do turn your back, ooh, wow. Not good, you know? I understand that people are young and you have to you follow the crowd, you've been indoctrinated, you've been hypnotized, but hey, when your parents speak, you should hearken and say, whoa, what they saying, you know. Moving to Proverbs 125, right here. 125. Because you disdained all my counsel and would have none of my rebuke. Yeah, disdain. Considered to be unworthy of one's consideration. Yeah, you look at, you're not worthy. You know, you're not rich. You don't have a title. You know, you're poor. But these people, you know, they got money and they're rich. I never, even when I was little and living in New York among rich people, I never did that either, by the way. You know, even when they were trying to buy me off, I always stuck with my family and accepted where we are and what we were doing. Didn't understand it, don't get me wrong, I didn't understand it. Okay, I was angry because of it. But I didn't put it on them. I didn't say, no, it's your fault. You know? Now, of course, it was their fault to turn their back away from Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. It wasn't passed on to them. Okay? And if I knew what I know now when they were alive, maybe they would have received it. If they won't, okay, well then that's your problem. All right? Mom and Dad. Luke 7:30. 7:30. Luke 7:30. Yep. Slakia here where I check this out. 7:30. But the Pharisees and lawyers reject the will of Yahweh for themselves, not having been baptized by him. Well, that's interesting because, you know, in the hospital you have a lot of lawyers. Okay? And some of them are, you know, remember, lawyers are snakes, okay? Don't go because I'm saying it, right? You should go to every lawyer, family or friends. So I got you know, family lawyers, okay? And you should ask them this question. Listen, is it true that anything I say to you is confidential? And wait for the moment when he says, yes, it is. Then that's when you do the cut real quick right there, right? You say, hey, do me a favor. I'll pay for it. I want you to write that down. and I want to have 2 witnesses when you sign that. And guess what he's going to say? F you. Oh yeah, he can be related to you, or he can be one that you go to the office and ask him that. I've done it many times. They go, F you. Yep, because you checkmate them. You took that curtains, that mask right off of him. He lied to you, in case you didn't catch it, what I'm saying. He lied. Okay? So these lawyers that work in the hospital, they lie even to their own mother. Okay? Matter of fact, I met a doctor, I forgot his name, a Jewish doctor, very proud that he was the one that cut his mom's legs off because of diabetes. Now, of course, they blame diabetes. They're not saying, okay, she was already 70 something, 80 something, okay? See, I get to read the charts of every patient, okay? And it has to do, you know, they've been taking medications for so many years. It was the medication, right? The what they call it, the diabetes shots that they take. Sooner or later, it's going to damage your kidney, your liver, right? Your blood, right? And she was very proud, and my son was the one that took my legs off. I prefer my son than a strange doctor. Well, lady, your son was not your son. He's been trained and indoctrinated. He's strange now. But hey, you keep going to it, you know? Luke 7:30, I'm moving to Acts 20. Chapter 20, verse 27. Yep, it is crazy. I'm glad that I got out of there. And I'm going to tell you how I got out of there. Here we go. I said verse 27 right here. For I have not shunned to declare to you the whole counsel of Yahweh. Okay, shun, persistently avoid, ignorant, or rejected. Okay? It's not him who's doing it, it's you who is not humble. Okay? Now, it's not you that decided, hey, I wanna wake up to the truth and Yahweh Shai, you know, come to me. No, you have to be called. And when you call, you have to be tested. They do that in the hospital. They do that when you work for a job. Right? So it's not just because you snap your finger, boom. You know, no. You're going to have to go through some serious stuff. Okay? You got to earn it, buddy. And he's going to put you through the test. Married, single, you know, no matter what. Having a good job, bye-bye job,